The commentator of EFL, Eric Salama. And here today we are driving in a crown jewel of Formula 1, Grand Prix of Monaco. We're shaking and baking, hustling and muscling, womanizing, partying, and high stakes, alright, are happening in Monaco. And the most interesting race in qualifying, well, qualifying is the most interesting part of this track. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this. If my voice is a little bit weird, because I'm sending all the invites now and my phone is a little bit screwing up on me, so I apologize. It's gonna be only 30 seconds where I'm gonna speak like a freaking weirdo, but it's gonna go off. As you know me, I'm a little bit of a mental guy myself, and I'm very excited for this Monaco Grand Prix. I'm just very, very excited. And now I've just said all the links, and I've opened my Wikipedia so I know the corner names, and now I'm gonna test my sexy voice. It's not sexy, it depends. Some ladies say it's sexy and some say it sounds like a frog has died in your throat. I have no idea what I'm talking about again, but yeah, I'm very, very excited for this race. I'm just gonna, because my internet is a little bit, it's good internet, but it's a little bit always. We have first viewer at the moment, I think that's myself. And we have 18 drivers at the moment, so welcome all the viewers who are coming to us the Monaco Grand Prix. Oh, there we go. Now my voice is very good, and we have yellow sector 3, and we have Schumacher. We have Schumacher in the wall. So I love to say that, but Schumacher is in the wall, and he's retired from the session. So Schumacher, who's debuting in EFL, didn't get the start he was hoping for. As I think we have a first driver who's gonna start the lap is Edu33 in a Ferrari, drawing in the second finish or third finish driver of all time to drive with Ferrari. I believe the others before him were Mika Salo and Kimi Räikkönen. Now Eduk is driving in Ferrari also, and now he's starting his lap, and we're gonna enable all the drag data so you get to see everything. Yeah, so let's put gap to leader. As he's starting his lap, he's just on the Sunderbolt corner, and we're waiting towards his sector 1 time. But something to tell about Monaco: 19 corners. Usual lap time here is 108, 109, so expecting those 109s, 110, so 108, and his sector 1 time is 18.5. You have yellow sector 2, and it's very hard to get a perfect qualifying lap around Monaco because this track is not very wide, walls are very close to each other, and one moment. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. And Eduk is where did I start? Because oh my god. Okay, yeah, Eduk is now doing corner 15 and 16, yellow sector 2, but nobody's retired apart from Schumacher. We'll see what lap time Eduk is gonna do. He's coming towards the last corner, and we have Khalifa who's done a 109.7, which is very impressive lap, but what lap time can Eduk do? And he does a 109.6, and that's provisional pole position time from the Ferrari driver, but followed closely by is Khalifa 99. As Fishy is in his lap, so we'll keep following Fishy. I wanna see is anybody else close to finishing the lap. We have Hartzer, who's pinned it to the wall, so let's see, is he gonna finish it or not, or is he gonna drive to the pit? Yes, he's finishing his lap because front wing damage happened only in the last corners of 15, 16 and 17, and let's see what lap time he's gonna set, and that's 1:10.9, which moves into P4 position. As the office is coming towards the swimming pool section of corner 15, the Max Verstappen corner. You can a little bit cut it, but not too much, or else the game is gonna invalidate your lap. A lot of yellows in sector 2 as Edu has finally joined to the session, so we'll have 19 drivers in the race, and we'll see what lap time TS office is going to do. And is it going to be a pole position time? Yes, it is. 109.680. He beats Edu by 8 thousandths of a second, but how can Khalifa challenge him? Khalifa is actually not in the lap, so we'll try to find somebody else. Semi-Lavican is coming towards the last corners. 12 minutes remaining in the session, and all the drivers are very active in this track. Semi-Lavican is coming towards the last corners, and he will do 1:10 and 2, which moves him to P5 position. VRT Shape has done 1:11, which is P6 at the moment. As Napla 185 is now coming towards the corners of 10 and 11 of Norwell Chicane. Coming towards the corners 12 and 13, where you can a little bit, if you go outside the line, you can make big mistakes. As he just did there, and he spun it, and oh, that's very difficult place to make a mistake. Nappula has to make a 360 or something, but there was, I believe, Taze Leroy who's in his outlap, but how can Nappula... Oh, Nappula did very beautifully. Good job from Nappula, he's waiting for everybody else to go, and very good jobbing from him. As we have Kevin, Tsitsi, Khalifa, Eduk in the pits, Fissi is in the pits, Arikan is in his outlap, Chappelle is going to the pits, Hartza, Ahmadi. Let's follow Ahmadi actually, and okay, he's not driving his lap, and Body Dweller does 112, which moves him to P9 position. So Taze Leroy is in his lap. I believe he's the only driver who is in the track at the moment, so very good timing from the young Torosso driver. Last time drove in the EFL was in China. So yeah. Let's see what Taze Leroy can do. He's coming towards the end of Sector 2 very soon. That corner 12, I mean corner 10 is very demanding, because if you cut it a little bit you might get invalidated, but you kind of have to try to cut it to gain some time. I'm talking about experience, and then the game lets you corner cut that corner massively, the swimming pool section. And now he's going towards the last corners, and he, I believe, has invalidated this lap because he did not finish it. So let's see. And I believe Nappula is... did Nappula get any mistake? Okay, 53.9. Is he going to drive this lap to the end or not? And we have Yellow Sector 3, and we have Tiesa Paralex, who's also, I apologize if I said that name incorrectly, but he's also retired from the session. Wickmill is in his outlap. Alfonso Gomez, the championship leader, is he driving with hard tires? Are we seeing Alfonso Gomez, the championship leader, driving with hard tires in Monaco, where qualifying is everything? That was a little bit of odd moment from Alfonso Gomez, and I have no idea what he's thinking about, but he's the championship leader, so I guess I'm not gonna question his choice of tires at this moment. We have New Zealand Camus also doing with hard tires, so yeah, I don't know, maybe they're trying a one-stop, maybe one-stop is not possible with softer set or something like that, I don't know. But we have Eduk, who is in his lap, but so is Khalifa, but we'll keep following Eduk because he's the closest one to actually finish a lap. 9 minutes remaining in the session, and please keep writing to the YouTube comment section. I'm gonna take your questions as the race and qualifying goes on. And Yellow's Sector 3, but nobody's retired, maybe somebody's just slowed down, and Sector 2 time is 51.5 and he's improving by over 10, but let's see, did the game invalidate his lap because of that or not? He's coming towards the last corners, the racing point is just ahead of him, he's actually pushing his car, so I believe he did not get invalidated, so let's see what time Eduk is gonna do, and he does a 109.3, which is very impressive lap. He beats Fissi's lap time by 3/10, but let's see what Khalifa does, as Khalifa goes to the pits. As what Tsitsi can do, he's improving by 2/10 of his time. Yellow's Sector 1, as I'm quickly gonna go to the YouTube section and gonna see what's happening. Eduk. Okay, just some people complaining. Let's see what Kevin is gonna do. I also know Tsitsi. He does a 109.7, which moves him to P3 position. 4/10 from Eduk, the young Finnish driver in a Ferrari. Nappula is coming out of the pits. Wickmill is in his outlap. Taze Leroy is in his outlap. Pierre Hansen is. We'll keep following him, who is P6 in the Drivers' Championship. Somebody saying. Okay, never mind. Somebody saying he hates Monaco, and hi Eric, looking forward to a good race and enjoy over the thank you very much. And Jamie writing, it's raining in Sector 1. Mr. Coronavirus. I also know it's Jamie Leseminant. He likes to write a little bit of joke messages to the stream sometimes, but he's funny guy, Cheers to Brighton, Jamie, and regards for your wife and kids. Pierre Hansen and New Zealand Cam in Red Bull are P11 and P12, so it's not Red Bull's weekend at the moment, even though we are in Monaco where downforce is everything, and usually it's very good in Red Bull's car, but we'll see what Tsitsi is in his lap. No, he's in the pits, but we'll see what VRT Shape is about to do. Very fast driver, very promising talent for EFL, but way too many mistakes in qualifying and in the races. I believe if he would able to be very consistent, I believe he would be in a championship fight with Alfonso Gomez. Currently he's P3 in a championship, even though he only has 2 races what he's finished. Azerbaijan and China, and Azerbaijan and Spain, I mean. And in Azerbaijan he won, and in Spain he was P5, so... but he still needs to get that little bit of consistency to challenge Alfonso in the championship, because now he's over 40 points behind of Alfonso. And a lot of drives on the pitch, 6 minutes 50 seconds remaining in the session. Arikan is coming towards sector 2, he's improving by 1/10. We'll see, he's coming towards the corners 13 and 14 of swimming pool sections. Now he's gonna come towards the La Vascas corners 18 and 19. And we'll see what last time he's about to do. He's gonna be 109, and it's 109.7, and he moves P6. So we have a lot of drivers in 4/10 of each other. So from P6 to P3, it's less than 43 thousandths of a second between P3 and P6. And Wickmill moves himself to P4 with the 109.5. Let's just like it's 5. Hartzer moves himself to P9, Amadi moves himself to P10, as he's actually in his lap. He's improving by 3/10 in first sector, so we'll keep following him. The Renault driver who, in his debut last week in Spain, finished 2nd place and got promoted as Taze Leroy actually moves himself to P3 position. I missed that, but I have to follow Amadi. I'm not going to switch drivers, but very good lap from Taze Leroy. Also, so we have a lot of drivers very close to each other. And we have a new comment saying from Mr. Coronavirus, come on Sevaptiti007, use that German mentality. A little bit inspiring words from Sevaptiti supporter, as we saw Amadi corner cutted that corner massively. Like, I believe that is invalidated lap, and yes it is. He's going to the pits once again. Alfonso Gomez, the championship leader, he's driving with the medium tires at the moment, but I really don't understand the case in Monaco where the overtaking is almost impossible, and you decide to drive with the hardest set in qualifying. So if somebody knows in the comments why on earth are championship leaders doing this, you can actually write it to me and I will take it to the stream. If somebody has some inside knowledge about Monaco, that is it really hard on tires, do you have to make 2 stops in Monaco, 1 stop? So and we have a come on Pierre, we have Pierre Hansen fans also, so we have Hungarian fans in our stream also, so... And Alfonso makes a mistake, and that was a big mistake from Alfonso, and... His qualifying doesn't look good, because he only has 1 lap, 1 chance to make that lap work. Or else he's gonna start P12 or P13 or P14, and we know how bad it is in Monaco. And Sevaptiti is actually starting his lap in Monaco at the moment, so we'll see how he will do compare against the rest of the drivers. But so is Fissi. I believe he's just done his lap actually. As Sevaptiti is in his outlap, or he's driving without DRS. How is New Zealand Cam? New Zealand Cam is improving by 2 seconds. Purple in sector 2 in my screen, and that's a massive invalidation from him. I believe that was an invalidation, yeah it is. He massively corner cutted that corner. Pierre Hansen, let's give him some TV time for him. 18.8, he's not improving comparing to sector 1. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this qualifying session. We'll see what the young Red Bull driver can do. As we can see from the full map, we have almost every single driver still in the pits, so it's way too early to go to the track for some people liking, so they are gonna come in the same time when there's 2 minutes remaining, so it will be very demanding, very hard for people to set clean laps. As Pierre Hansen is proving by 3/10. He did that corner very cautiously, but he probably wants to do just a safe lap to promote him in a grid. And he still has, after this, 1 lap time to save fuel, save ERS and do another lap. As Pierre Hansen did a 1:11.3, but he did not move positions. Actually, the whole lap was invalidated. And we have the Sevaptiti, also known as, we're gonna call him Kevin because we know his real name. So Kevin is driving he hits the wall. He does the corner 14 and 15 on swimming pool chicane, and I believe that is invalidation from the young German driver. And that's his qualifying over. Sebab is gonna start P4 worst, and that is qualifying over at the moment. Swickmill is starting his lap. Let's see where Hartze is. Hartze is in sector 1. Ahmed is also doing his lap, so we'll keep following. F1 Baza has joined, so we'll have a first time in EFL. We are going to have a full grid in a race. From Australia we had 17, Bahrain we had 17, China we had 18, Azerbaijan we had 17, Spain we had 19 drivers. But now in the race of EFL in Monaco we're gonna first time have a full grid, so that's something to congratulate, because we have Baza and Erdu who joined in the qualifying. So that's really amazing. We're gonna have a full grid for the first time in EFL, so let's have a little bit cheers for that. But Amadi is finishing his lap, and it's gonna be a 109.9, and that's gonna promote him to P9 position. And was Wickmill is coming to the swimming pool section. We have new comments, I'm gonna read them out soon. Wickmill is coming towards the line, corner 18 and corner 19. And Wickmill is gonna do a 110 flat, so that's his qualifying over, and he will not improve his lap. Ayrton Senna is in his lap. So is Alfonso Gomez, just starting his lap actually with soft tires, so he's now going to soft tires. And Napla is about to start his lap. Hartz is in his lap. So we actually keep following Khalifa. Khalifa was very impressive in Dive-Bomb F1 League in Monaco. Regards for Dive-Bomb F1 League. So we had Monaco and Khalifa did 109.1, but let's see what the young Bahrain driver can do. And it's going to be 108, 109, and it's 109.2, and he takes provisional pole position by 1/10. So that's pole position at the moment for Khalifa, but we'll see, can anybody challenge that? Can Ayrton Senna, his teammate, actually challenge him or not? We'll see what he's going to do. Joining with his Senna helmet, he opens his DRS, and it's going to be enough. No, it's not going to even go to top 10, I believe. So, as Hartz has retired, and we'll see what Amadi does. Amadi is about to start his lap. Semi Larrican is in his out lap. Viati Chappelle is starting his lap also. And Wickmill. Let's see, it's 3/10 down. We have yellows in sector 1 and sector 2, sector 3. And he did a 110 flat, so he's not going to improve his time. Eduk is coming towards the final corners. Improving by 2.5 tenths. Is that going to be Fox's alpha? So Gomez moves himself to P2, but we'll see what Eduk can do. Eduk can do 109.3, so not enough. It's not enough. As we have Amadi retired from the session. Taze Leroy is coming towards this lap. 109.7, not enough. Wickmill. We at Chappelle. We're going to follow what Chappelle can do. He's coming towards the tunnel. He's coming towards the corner 10, corner 11. Noble chicane. We can easily cut the corner. And okay, he did it massively. And that's his qualifying over, I believe. He corner cut it. And oh, he's still driving his lap. Okay, he's 2 tenths down. Let's see what Viati Chappelle is about to do. As Alfonso Gomez has retired from the session, it wasn't a pole position, but currently the pole position is going to a young driver from Bahrain, reserve driver for EFL, and Chappelle does 109.5, so he's not going to improve. Wickmill is not going to improve, I believe. Yeah, he's not even close to improving. Taze Leroy is in his lap, so we'll see what he's going to do. I'm going to take your comments very quickly. I've seen there's plenty of new comments as Taze Leroy is improving by 2 tenths in sector 2. He didn't get invalidation from that corner because my full map didn't turn red. He's coming towards the final corners of corner 18 and corner 19, and he's going to get slipstream from the Renault driver ahead. Is Taze Leroy going to take pole position or not? No, it's 109.4, but he moves himself to P4 position. P4 for Taze Leroy, and that's your qualifying over. Yes, it is, and it's pole position for Khalifa. P2 for Alfonso Gomez, P3 for Eduk, so that's your top 3. Then Taze Leroy in P4, TS Office in P5, Tevaptisi in P6, Wickmill P7, Viati Sepp in P8, Simi Larrican P9, Napla P10, and rest of the drivers for P11 P20 are here. From Amadi, Hartza, Cam, Bodie, Senna, Hansen, Paralex, and Schumacher. Apologize if I didn't say the names correctly. I'm gonna say video clip, and I'm gonna take screenshots quickly. So, yeah. And now I have time to take your comments, but who guessed that top 3? That was amazing. Amazing that Khalifa first race in EFL, first qualifying in EFL as a reserve, takes pole position from our championship leader, Alfonso Gomez. And we have a new comment saying from Jamie Dodger, aka Mr. Coronavirus, hashtag Team Sevapcici, hashtag Napla, come on, bring home the bacon. Sorry if you're vegan, I don't mean any offense. Well, we can probably say that neither of these drivers all weekend, so we can thank our luck for that, because yeah. And then Schumacher writing he really hates this circuit. Well, it's Monaco, anything can happen. And there was a pile up at the Wolfsburg corner. It cost me my lap, and Alfonso said I could have had done 5/10 better in sector 1. I mean 5,000. Hey, and Alfonso writing hashtag team me, come on. And now, guys, can we get a little bit congratulative messages, as we have full grid in EFL. We've had every race 17 to 19, but we finally got the full grid. As you can count, we have 20 drivers starting the Grand Prix. 20 bloody drivers. And our worst case has been in Australia, where we had 17, so we finally did it. We have a full grid. Whew, feels amazing. Feels like I've achieved something in this league. I'm very proud, even though we only have one division, but yeah, that's beautiful. We have 20 drivers in a grid. And here's a grid from first to last. Khalifa in pole position, Alfonso Gomez in P2, Eduk in P3, Taze Luro in P4, TS Office in P5, Sebab Tits in P6, Rickmill in P7, Viati Sepp in P8, Semi Larican in P9, Napla in P10, Amadi in P11, Hartza in P12, New Zealand Camp P13, Boditwell in P14, Ayrton Senna in P15, Pierre Hansen in P16, TSR Paralex P17, Schumacher P18, Erdu P19, and Baza in P20. As I believe Schumacher and I believe is it Boditwell who have collided? No, it's only. How did he collide? Did he collide to the ball, or did he collide with somebody else? Alright, so I believe he's collided with somebody else, so write to the comments who's gonna win the race. Some people vote that Kevin or Napla, and that was from Jamie Leseminant, but write the top 3 in the race now. I have time to take your YouTube comments before we start the race. As Michael Buffer says, let's get ready to rumble! Drivers, start your engines! As we have a new comment, I'm gonna allow all the details now. Tires and interval, or to the leader interval, yeah. Thursday Night League saying was too slow for Mason lap. I see. Okay. So as we have Khalifa, Alfonso, Eduk, Taze Luro, TS Offici, Sebab Tits, Wickmill, Viati Sepp, Semi Larican, Napla, Amadi, Hartza, New Zealand Cam, Boditwell, Ayrton Senna, Pierre Hansen, Paralex, Schumacher, Erdu, Baza, lining up to the grid. As now we're waiting for the FIA to give permission for the 5 red lights. And then the race is about to start. These ancient gladiators, these drivers, are gonna roll their engines. I don't know what they're called, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Yellow's a sector 3. As we're waiting for these drivers to start the race. And it's lights out, and away we go for the Grand Prix of Monaco, 6th round of the season. And it looks like Khalifa got an excellent start from the grid, followed by Alfonso and Eduk. And Sebab Tits is losing many positions to Taze Luro and Fischer. There's a massive fight between P5, P6 and P4. They're going side by side with each other, but very clean start at the moment between all of these drivers. Not many drivers losing any positions, as we have still Khalifa leading from Alfonso and Eduk. So very clean start between these drivers. Taze Luro is following closely to Eduk, so is Sebab Tits, and now it's a basic Monaco train. You can see, and nobody's trying dive bombing, and I believe, oh, that's Alfa Romeo driver who's dive bombed massively to the turn 5, and I believe that was Ayrton Senna who's probably lost his front wing in the hotel hairpin of corner 6. As we have Thor also in the wall, and that is TSR Paralex who's hit the wall. Oh, luckily the ghosting is on, and you got a 5-second penalty. Let's see what's gonna do. Is this gonna bring out the safety car or not? And he's still trying to. There we go. That's how you do it. I hope I'm gonna see some gaps, because I really don't see any gaps between the drivers. So I'm gonna. Alfonso Ayrton Senna got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and now we have the gaps between the drivers. And Alfonso is 3/10 only behind of Khalifa. He's pressurizing him a lot, and then there's a big fight between Eduk, Taze Luro, Sebab Tits and TS Office, and we have safety car. Safety car is on, as TS Paralex has retired from the session. Where on earth did he retire? And TS Office has also retired. So what on earth happened to TS Office? I'm gonna try to find it from the TV pod view, but oh my god. Oh my bloody god. How on earth did he retire on there? and that's gonna bring out the safety car. The first safety car in this race, and I believe this is gonna be a hell of a race to watch and very long one, as I'm probably gonna miss my beauty sleep. I don't need them anyways, because yeah, I would like to sleep in this after this race. But we have a safety car, and if you have any comments, just write them down below, and let's see what we can take. Now we can take some comments, because safety car is not gonna live for a while, but is this gonna bring out any tactical maneuvers from any of these drivers, and are they gonna pit or not? We're gonna find out very soon. We are already 2 retirements of TSR Parallax and TSR Fizzy, so once again in Monaco, no holds barred in EFL, and also no holds barred in Monaco. Is anybody gonna pit? Is anybody gonna do the tactical maneuver? And yes, it is. Khalifa is pitting. Khalifa is pitting, and so is Alfonso. Alfonso got a 5-second penalty for spitting in pit lane, and so is Eduk. There's Leroy. Self Chichi. What on earth are all of these drivers doing? They're pitting. Everybody's pitting. But Napoli is staying out. But what is this? People are pitting. I'm not really sure why are they pitting on lap 3. But those drivers who are not gonna pit, they're gonna gain massively because they're not gonna be in the traffic. And let's see where Khalifa's gonna rejoin. Khalifa just rejoins behind the Red Bull driver, and that was a massive loss for him, and he lost the position to Pierre Hansen. And yeah, Khalifa and Alfonso and everybody else lost so many positions because of pitting. But can somebody write to the comments, why are they pitting? Jamie Laseminent also knows Mr. Coronavirus. I don't know what to call you, man. Do you want me to call you by your real name or Coronavirus? Full grid to start. How many will finish? Grandma driving is essential. Yes, it is. As you've seen, we've had 2 retirements and safety car, and a lot of people pitting. And Alfonso, of course, taking the 5-second penalty, which is gonna cost him massively when this race goes on. But at the moment, Napoli is leading from New Zealand Cam, from Body Dweller, from Ayrton Senna, from Amadi, from Pierre Hansen, and then we have the whole grid, I believe, who's done pit stops. Yeah, we have Khalifa, Alfonso, Eduk, Tsevapchichi, Taze Leroy, Wickmill, Semilarican, who's done pit stops, and also Beatrice Shape and Hatcha. And now we're just waiting for the safety car to leave. But we never know how long the safety car is gonna stay out or not. The longer it stays out, the better it is for the drivers who did a pit stop on lap 3. Well, as Ayrton Senna is actually pitting also, so let's see, we have a new comment saying Coronavirus, yeah, coronavirus. Fizzy running, he has no motivation driving this league. Well, Fizzy, it is Monaco, and if you feel like it, yeah, it sucks, but yeah, I hope you're gonna think about it for a couple of days and not gonna make a decision while you're angry. But it's racing, it happens in league racing and also in Monaco. If you fail in your qualifying, I believe ready to qualify actually. So yeah, okay, P5, but still, Monaco is Monaco. We had a massive crash also in Dybom F1 League, and we've had in IOL Monaco also massive crashes in Monaco. So Monaco is not maybe the best track to go side by side of racing, and if somebody dive-bombs you down the inside, it's usually game over. But I hope you're gonna think a couple of days and gonna make decision a little bit later on. But yeah, now safety car is still on, Napoli is still leading, and yeah, we are waiting for the safety car to leave. It's already been 2 laps, so I believe in this lap safety car will leave. And we have a little bit of information to you about the driver standings and the constructor standings. Alfonso Gomez leads the championship by 30 points to Napoli 185, and 40 points behind is Beatrice Pelele. And in constructors, Williams is leading by 30 points from Racing Point, and behind Racing Point is Mercedes. So we have first 3 positions are for the teams who are using the Mercedes engines of Williams, Racing Point and Mercedes. And now safety car is in this lap. Safety car is in this lap, and we'll see how Napoli is going to deal with the safety car situation, as Body Dweller has received 5-second penalty for severe collision with New Zealand Cam. So he'll be serving that in a pit, as Napoli is driving very, very slowly. And Napoli is going to decide when we're going to go racing and when we're not going to go racing. And it's lights on and where we go once again for this race. And Napoli gets a little bit of thanks lapper, but he gets the big enough gap to New Zealand Cam. As front wings are flying a little bit, but it looks like a very clean start. As we have Schumacher who's speeding. Monaco is spinning and Alfonso Gomez is right behind Khalifa and he's going to try to make the maneuver in corner 2 or corner 3. He's going side by side with Khalifa and he's going to make the maneuver happen in the corner 3, corner 4. Yes, he is! He overtook Khalifa in corner 3 in Bessers and Casino Square. Amazing overtake from Alfonso Gomez. Just unbelievable, unbelievable overtake. I didn't expect him to overtake him that point of the track, but he capitalized it and made the overtake happen, and he had bigger cojones than Khalifa, so GG for Alfonso, championship leader, and that's why he's leading the championship. He's making the risks nobody else is willing to take, and then when he makes them happen, he makes them happen successfully. That's why he's our championship leader at the moment. And somebody got Edu got a 5-second penalty, Bodizwella got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And now New Zealand camp is right behind of Napla, but we know how difficult it is to overtake, and Semi Larrican. And oh my god, there's a big fight going on, wheels are banging and banging is happening, and Beatrice got the maneuver done on Semi Larrican. We'll see, does he have to pit or not, because I believe he lost a little bit of end plate, as Wickmill is about to overtake Eduk for position, as Eduk has made a big mistake and he's taken McLaren with him. Beatrice is not pitting, but Semi Larrican and Eduk are pitting, and so is Wickmill, as Eduk has retired from the session in a pit lane. And is that going to bring out safety car or not? It's not going to bring out safety car because he retired in the pits, but still New Zealand cam is pressurizing Napla and they have a big gap to Amadi. Eduk has left from the session, so they have over 4-second gap to Amadi and Bodidwella. As Des Leroy is getting maneuver done on Sebab TT for P8. But yeah, what happened to P3 and P4, because the gap went so much bigger now in just a couple of corners, and New Zealand cam gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, I feel what you're saying, Fishy, if you feel like it then of course, but yeah, well, let's discuss it tomorrow after the race. As New Zealand cam is still pressurizing Napla. No overtakes are happening at the moment. I'm gonna put the gap to interval. As now Alfonso Gomez is right behind of Pierre Hansen, and Pierre Hansen is right behind. Oh, and there's a massive crash! There's a massive crash between Pierre Hansen and, was it Bodidwella? And I don't know what on earth Pierre Hansen is doing. And Khalifa, I have no idea what on earth just happened, but I believe Bodidwella has lost his front wing against Pierre Hansen. And did Alfonso Gomez survive from that or not? Yeah. BSC has been deployed. BSC has been deployed, and very bad news for Napla and New Zealand cam. If they would be in the pits, they would be very happy. But I know BSC has been deployed, and Khalifa gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings in this race. As I believe we have to. Well, we have to remember in Monaco it's very difficult to overtake, and when driver gets frustrated because he won't get past of somebody, then yeah, it is what it is. And VSC is out, and we continue racing, and Napla was able to make over 8/10 gap to New Zealand cam during the VSC situation, as Semi Larrican is overtaking Edu for P11 position in the hotel hairpin corner. As Ayrton Senna is in P9, Beatrice Sepp is in P8, Bodidwella P7, Khalifa in P6, Pierre Hansen in P5, and Alfonso Gomez in P4, and Pierre Hansen has lost his front wing and gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and that promotes Khalifa to P5 position. And so is Bodidwella, he's also pitting. As we'll see, but Sebab TT, he has lost his front wing, I believe. Schumacher is pitting and he's coming dangerously out of the track, but luckily ghosting is on and he won't be a menace to society, as I like to say. And we have Bodidwella pitting once again, and so it's hard to Sebab TT. As Napla is still leading the Grand Prix from New Zealand cam and Amadi. Alfonso Gomez is followed by in P4, Khalifa in P5, Beatrice Sepp in P6, Ayrton Senna in P7. You can write to the comments what's your favorite moment from Monaco in real life. I would have to say my favorite Monaco Grand Prix what I've witnessed, or what I watched afterwards, is the 1996 where Oliver Panis won from David Coulthard. That was amazing, and only 4 cars finishing that race. Or then I have to say 2016 Monaco Grand Prix where Ricciardo was leading by 20 seconds, but the tires weren't ready in the Red Bull garage, and just yeah, they screwed up his win. New Zealand Cam is getting pressurized by Amadi. Amadi, I believe, who's done a pit stop or not, and he's gonna dive up the inside of Sandevot. No, he's not. And has Amadi made a pit stop actually? No, he's not. He's not made a pit stop, but he is so much faster than, as Alfonso Gomez says, the fastest lap of 1:13.4. But Amadi is so much more faster than New Zealand Cam, and you're either gonna see the overtake happening in tunnel or in the swimming pool section or in the Vascas, where we're seeing a couple of drivers making those maneuvers happen. And we have Semi Lavikan and Taze Leroy, yellow flags in sector 3. I believe somebody has screwed it up, and still yellows in sector 3. And is that going to bring out the VSC or not? Once again, yellow sector 3, so I want to see what on earth is happening. Ayrton Senna has retired from the session. Ayrton Senna has retired from the session, and that's going to bring out the VSC in this race. So what are the leaders gonna do? Are they gonna pit or are they gonna stay out? But 20 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. I mean 30 laps remaining, and we've had already 2 VSCs, and then we had one safety car. And is Napla or Amadi or New Zealand Cam gonna pit or not? They're not pitting, but oh, New Zealand Cam is pitting. He is pitting. He's capitalizing the VSC. He is capitalizing the VSC moment. So we'll see what's gonna happen. He's changing his tires. Where he's gonna come out, and VSC is still on. And that's gonna be a massive improvement for New Zealand Cam, and so is Khalifa pitting also. And Hart's gonna drive to penalty, pitting under the VSC. And now VSC is off, and New Zealand Cam is gonna rejoin in P5, just behind the VRT shape. So that was very good strategy from New Zealand Cam, but he probably has to do one more pit stop as Khalifa is pitting once again, and that's his chance of winning this Grand Prix over. As the Wickmill is in P7, followed by Taze Leroy and Pierre Hansen, Bodie Dreller, Baza, Erdu, Semi Lavikan, Timop Tsitsi, Hartza, and Schumacher, who's actually not driving like Schumacher, or he's driving like Schumacher from 2010, 2011, 2012. But no disrespect to Schumacher at that point, but he's driving a Mercedes, and in the late stages of Schumacher's career, he drove with Mercedes, and he wasn't in the glory days he used to be, so I believe that's his ghost driving around this track at the moment, as he's actually ghosting because he's left. But Napla is leading the race from Amadi, who's in the medium tires, and we have yellows in sector 1 and sector 2. Alright, it was nothing, it's just probably Schumacher letting everybody past. Arta is pitting. But yeah, write to the comments something, what you want to... Mr. Coronavirus writing, will Alfonso get stuck in traffic? Why not pull up and can pull away? Well, I don't know how late did I read that message, but at the moment he doesn't have traffic, but I probably wrote that when he was in traffic, and I believe Napla and Amadi, Napla, New Zealand Cam, not pitting under the VSC was a major mistake, in my opinion, because New Zealand Cam is on just behind of... Okay, he got... Oh, what happened to... VRT Shape? He made a big mistake, and that's promoted New Zealand Cam to P4 position, and VRT Shape has retired from the session. VRT Shape has retired from the session, and it's not going to bring out the safety car, and that's a safety car. That is a safety car for this race, and what is Napla going to do? What is New Zealand Cam going to do? What is Amadi going to do? Because they have to pit. They have to pit. And it comes a very good point for Napla, because he gets to pit, and so will get Amadi. So we'll see whose pit stop is going to be better. Is it going to be Napla's or Amadi's, as we have 2 safety cars and 2 VSCs already in this race. So 3 VSCs and 2 safety cars, and I can already see this is going to be a hell of a long race. We'll see where Amadi is going to rejoin, as New Zealand Cam is probably going to take P2 in the race, as Schumacher has pitted. We'll see where Napla is going to rejoin. Khalifa is just coming towards the line, but that's going to bring out Napla back to P3 position, just ahead of Michael Schumacher. And Amadi, where he's going to rejoin, he's in P5 still, so anything can still happen. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until the fat lady sings. We all know that saying for Independence Day movie. You write to the comments if you remember the Independence Day movie from '96. The aliens taking over the earth, and then in the end we got that victory cigar with Will Smith, and that Jeff Glomberg, I can't remember his last name, but anyways, that was a hell of a movie though. That was a hell of a movie, as we have lap 12 out of 39 done. And if you're just tuning into EFL, do not adjust the TV sets. This is EFL F1. I'm your owner and commentator of the night, Eric Salama. And we have still over 20 laps remaining in this Grand Prix, or 27 actually, if I'm precise. As we have a ghost car of Hartza just ahead of. And I don't know what on earth is Hartza doing, as Cevapcici is pitting. And he might get lapped actually. Cevapcici might get lapped. It's very close that he's gonna get lapped or not. He still has time to catch up, but he has to do it very quickly if he wants to gain anything from this race. Edu has to catch up also, and so does Baza and Erican. And so there was a massive gaps before the safety car, but safety car is gonna save the race a little bit now, as I believe Napola and Imadi have the freshest set of tires at the moment, and Alfonso already has 10 lap old hard tires and is gonna be able to drive with those to the end. This is gonna be a very interesting ending actually, and oh my god, what on earth is Hartza doing? Hartza has without from the session. I think he tried to go side by side with the safety car and he failed. And that's already 6th retirement in this Grand Prix at the moment, so I know what Schumacher is doing actually. I'm very happy he's ghosting. I'm actually very happy he's ghosting. But yeah, lap 13 out of 39. Yeah, invite to the comments something. Come on, I'm very bored now. Come on, let's be honest. Monaco is Monaco. We have had safety cars, we had VSCs, but when the safety car is on, I want some bloody comments. And I know, who is this commentator, Eric? Like, he's very weird. He's not professional at all. He's just talking some random shit. Yeah, that's Eric for you. When Eric is bored, he talks a lot of shit. So come on, write to the comments something, please. Or I'm gonna lose my mind because I'm here all alone. Thank you. New comment. 13 laps in and 6 retirements. That's typical Monaco. Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. But that's the beauty of Monaco, that anybody can win it if you just stay out of the ball. And like you said, grandma driving is essential. If you do that, you can win the race. You can actually win the race, yeah. And actually, Mr. Coronavirus, do you want to commentate the race with me, or do you want to just stay in the fan side and just keep commentating to the chat or to the stream? Because yeah, you can still of course watch only the race, or you can come commentate with me and keep me some company. But if not, I can do it myself also. I'm a big boy also. So lap 14 out of 39. I think the only reason people are still watching this is because I'm actually losing my mind, and I'm soon gonna say some words what I should soon say. But come on, people, just stay on. I'll do a monkey dance for you if you stay. Yeah, that's how long I'm going to get to touch for my viewers. My picks for the win: D and Napola. Leave me in the fan zone. Alright. I'm gonna leave you in the fan zone. The safety car still on. It's one safety car driving from another, and I'm gonna quickly save this video because I'm gonna actually make race highlights. So yeah, I'm gonna make race highlights. I've made 5 of them. After the race, you can go check them out, and there we go. There you go. News at governing. I'm asked for a 3-second penalty for removal because it's BS. Well, you send it to me privately or to the stewards, Hunter and Napola, and you know the rules. You have 24 hours after the race to send your incidents, and we'll watch them with the stewards, but we can't remove penalties without seeing the incidents. As safety car is still on, it's not leaving yet. So has Cevapcici caught up to the grid? Yes, he has, and safety car is in this lap, and Cevapcici is finally caught up to the grid. And Alfonso Gomez is parking up the grid. He's doing the Lewis Hamilton tactic actually, and that's very smart actually. It's allowed in my league. I like, because I love Lewis Hamilton. And okay, a lot of drivers getting 5-second penalties. Jesus Christ. And it's lights out and away go for this Grand Prix, and Alfonso got big gap to New Zealand Cam and Napla 185. But we have to remember that Alfonso Gomez has 12 lap old hard tires, and we don't know how many times safety car is gonna come in this race. New Zealand cam. Schumacher takes a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Alfonso Gomez already has 1.4 second gap to New Zealand cam. Tsevap-Tsitsi and Tej Liwo are pitting once again, so what on earth. Okay, front wing change for Tsevap-Tsitsi as he is taking the soft tires. But yeah, 15 laps out of 39, Mercedes leading from New Zealand cam and up 105, followed by Amadi. And actually, when Monaco Grand Prix goes at this point, no offense to anybody, but I'd rather watch grass grow. Literally, like, you know, when it goes to the line driving, okay, it's exciting. Anybody can make mistakes. We can lose positions, another safety car, I can't say it's anything. But before anybody crashes out, this is basically just watching line driving. Let's be honest. Like, it's just oh, one line here, one line there. Like, I could make a sandwich. I could maybe cure cancer before anything is gonna happen in Monaco. So. But yeah, this is your chance to get your TV time. Write to the comments anything you want from EFL as Khalifa says the fastest lap of 1:12 and 12. And he is currently challenging Amadi for P4 position and he might challenge for the win. So you never know what's going to happen. As Body Driller gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Brickmill in P6, Body Driller in P7, Hansen in P8, Avik in P9 and F1 Baza in P10. And yeah, Schumacher is pitting once again. This might be some kind of record for the pit stops. And I want to see how many pit stops have people made. I mean, Jesus Christ, we have people who made 4. We have people, Kevin, who's done 5 pit stops. Schumacher with 4 pit stops. 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. It's like some kind of coding, but it's not coding. It's the EFL Monaco Grand Prix, and that are the pit stops, not any computer programming codes. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4. 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4. Actually, that might be a good band song. So, The Numbers by EFL. The new band, boy band. 4 Erics singing 4 4 4 1 1 1 2 4 4 4 1 1 1 2 and doing the robot dance in the same time. Alright, okay, let's get to this race anyway. So I need some coffee very soon because at this moment usually I'm sleeping. So and I get very excited. When I get excited, I get excited. You know that. As Hansen is gonna serve his 5-second stop and go penalty, and yeah. Tsevap-Tsitsi is just chilling in P13, Schumacher is chilling in P14, Alfonso Gomez already has 1.2 second gap to New Zealand cam, but tires are very old. So, I don't know how long can you make... Oh, and they're catching up to him. Now something is happening in this race, finally! Bloody finally! As Alfonso is losing his gap. Maybe he has lost the front wing or something. Oh, he's, I don't know what on earth is happening to Alfonso, but his car is shaking more than Michael Jackson in his dance videos as Tsevap-Tsitsi receives a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. So I'm waiting for another safety car, I guess, to bounce up the field once again. As New Zealand cam is gonna get the DRS from Alfonso Gomez, as Alfonso has really old tires, and I'll be surprised if he will be able to make it to the end with this tire set. As he's not gonna get DRS, yes he is. As New Zealand cam gonna able to dive up the inside of Sander Vaught. No, he's not. He's gonna wait for better opportunity, but he wasn't able to do it as Alfonso is running very low on the DRS, and so he's actually the only one who's running low on the DRS. Okay, we have Baldy in P7 who's running low on the DRS, but from the lead guys, top guys, it's only Alfonso Gomez running low on the DRS. And he's braking very early, so has he lost any part of his end plate? Because he's going very slowly, or have the tires given in from Alfonso? Because he's going very slowly. Yellows to sector 3, and that's a safety car. Kevin has retired from the session, and that's a new safety car for this race. That is a new safety car for this race. I think at this moment, I will not be sleeping until tomorrow 6 AM. But it's good. Safety car is coming. It's very exciting, and it's gonna bring out the new things. And I hope I can maybe get Tsevap-Tsitsi to the interviews. Maybe to get him to analyze what on earth happened between him. And why did he decide to retire. Hopefully he's gonna be honest. I'm sending him an invite. If he's just gonna... And my PS4 glitched. No, I'm just talking. It didn't glitch. But yeah, we have safety car, so you have nothing else to see. As Alfonso is spinning, You're not seeing it, but Alfonso is spinning. He's spinning. Alfonso is being... They didn't have the tires ready. They didn't have the tires ready because... they don't have the tires ready for Alfonso. And Alfonso is going to lose massively because of this. And they're changing his front wing also. But oh my goodness me, Semmelarikan is spinning and so is Bodizuela. And Bodizuela is going to rejoin ahead of Alfonso Gomez. And yeah, that was a weird one. Alfonso Gomez lost a lot of positions. As New Zealand Cam has overtaken actually stayed ahead of Nappula. I mean, he was already behind of Nappula, but can Nappula and New Zealand Cam make it to the end with these medium sets or not? As we already have 7th retirement of this race. A new comment saying Kevin retires because otherwise he would have been late to the after party. Yeah, some painting and campaigning, hustling and muscling with Sevapcici. Yeah, I agree with you, Jamie. That's a very good set. I mean, Mr. Coronavirus. We're gonna have some fun. Come on, it's not PG era. We can all say coronavirus without getting offended because, yeah. As New Zealand Cam is going very slowly. As Alfonso Gomez is gonna be in the traffic. Schumacher has also retired from the session, so that's 8 retirements so far in this race. New Zealand Cam is currently leading the race from Nappula and Amity. P4 is Khalifa and P5 is Wickmill, P6 is Bodizuela, P7 is Baza, P8 is Erdu, who's done a very impressive lap. Race, I believe, the young Indian driver. Hasn't scored a point in EFL, but he's about to score a point first time in EFL, so that's very good. If he's just gonna finish the race, he will get points. Schumacher, yeah, I hate bloody Monaco, but there's always next time. Next week we'll be racing in Canada, and luckily there are less walls in Canada. I apologize for this, but we can't change the tracks. But hopefully you will come back stronger in Canada. Yeah, Schumacher has left from the session. I love the name Schumacher though, because Michael Schumacher, he was my big idol when I was growing up with Mika Häkkinen and those drivers. But yeah, safety car still on. We'll see who's gonna win the race. I think if Nappula and New Zealand Cam can make it to the end, 19 more laps with this set of tires, they might be fighting for the win. Don't know what's gonna happen. This is EFL. Tune in. The race is definitely not over yet, as we've found out with Alfonso Gomez, Khalifa and those drivers. As Alfonso Gomez is gonna have to make a lot of overtakes happen if he wants to gain something from this race, but I don't know if the safety car will come and Khalifa gets overtaken. Khalifa overtakes Wickmill for position for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how he was able to overtake under the safety car. Safety car's in this lap. Safety car's in this lap. So we'll see how New Zealand Cam is gonna make this one happen. How he's gonna do this. He's going very slowly, indeed. As we still have 90 laps remaining in this Grand Prix, so anything can actually happen in this race. As Khalifa gets a 5-second penalty collision with Amity. And it's lights out and wherever we go, and New Zealand Cam was very breaking up and he was able to make over a second gap to Nappula. As Khalifa will have to serve that 5-second penalty. Severe collision with Amity under the VSC, and Erdu he's been overtaken by Alfonso and Taze Leroy. Evan Bassi gets a 3-second penalty, and now Alfonso Gomez is trying to overtake Taze Leroy for position. We'll see how this one is he's gonna make it off the inside like he used to do with all the other drivers. They go side by side with each other, and he made the maneuver happen. Oh my goodness me, that was amazing overtake from Alfonso Gomez, and that's the second time we saw him make the overtake happen in corner 3 and corner 4. And ooh, I was thinking he's gonna try to overtake around the hairpin or not, and oh, that was odd. That was odd, and Alfonso has lost his template, and Taze Leroy has retired from the session, and that's his 9th retirement in this race. And we have yellows in sector 2, and is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? It's not gonna bring out the safety car, but Taze Leroy has left. He is very angry, and Evan Bassi gets a 3-second time penalty. I don't know, did Alfonso Gomez lose any part of his template or not? But like I said, you have to finish this race to get some points. This is the best chance for any of the drivers to get any kind of points, and we'll see is Alfonso Gomez gonna pit or not. He's not pitting, so everything's fine with Alfonso. Bodigello is in P6, Wickmill P5, Khalifa P4, Khalifa got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And Amadi is in P3, Napla P2, and New Zealand Cam is in P1 position. And Schumacher is riding Let's Go Addermerk, so I'm very happy that Schumacher is hoping that his teammate is going to be successful in this Grand Prix. And as I'm a commentator, I can't have any favorites because I'm also the owner of EFL, and you see Hansen overtaking Edu for P10. But like I said, I'm the owner of EFL and commentator, so I can't have any favorites. So I'm just hoping the one who deserves the win, the one who deserves the podium will deserve it. So that's my point of view. But Alfonso is leading the championship by 40 points or 30 points to Napla 185. But if he finishes like this, then Napla is going to gain massively on Alfonso Gomez. And Pierre Hassan is overtaking F1 Baza for position, gets P9 position, and Alfonso Gomez is now closing down on Bodigello, Wickmill, Khalifa and Amadi. As Amadi is about 1.4 seconds behind of Napla, and we have Khalifa pitting. Khalifa is pitting. Schumacher saying sorry, crashed out and Khalifa has retired from the session. He's decided to retire in the pits. He had enough. And that is already... How many retirements? I don't even know. I don't even know how many retirements that is. 10 retirements at the moment, as Khalifa has left from the session. It's Monaco for 10 retirements. We started with 20 drivers, 10 remaining, and there's a... And we have Edu and Baza pitting. We have 10 drivers remaining in this session. And I believe it's going to be a very busy night for the stewards after this race. As Alfonso is already 9 tenths behind of Bodigello, Wickmill, Amadi and Napla 185, so he's closed the gap massively now. As Alfonso Gomez is staying behind the Haas driver. I don't know if he's going to try to overtake once again in corner 3 and corner 4 or not. But the championship leader has to be very cautious where he's going to make the maneuver happen and where he's not going to make the maneuver happen. And he's letting Alfonso Gomez go for P5 position, so Alfonso Gomez has taken the P5 from Bodigello, and now he's trying to catch up to the 2 Renault drivers of Wickmill and Amadi. And this race has been very, very interesting. At that point that we've seen Alfonso Gomez making massive overtakes and still maybe fighting for the win. And maybe we have 15 laps remaining, and Napla and New Zealand Cam and Amadi, Wickmill not maybe making the pit stops anymore. But I don't know how he's gonna get past the 2 Renault drivers without crashing into them, because it will be very, very hard. As Edu is currently in P9, Baza is in P10. We still have massive points ahead of us. They can get points if they finish the race. Actually, any driver now who's gonna finish the race is gonna get some points. As now Wickmill is gonna maybe dive up the inside of Amadi, and they touch as Amadi gets a 3-second time penalty. And that's and that helped Alfonso Gomez to close down massively towards the Renault drivers. The Renault drivers have to cooperate with each other so that they won't lose positions to Alfonso Gomez, but if Alfonso Gomez gets to make that overtake in corner 3, corner 4, it's game over. Because we've seen 2 or 3 times here today that he's made the overtake happen, and only driver who's been able to make that happen. And he's going to dive up the inside of Sandervoort. No, he's not. He's waiting for the better opportunity, but now this is the corner where Alfonso Gomez makes his overtakes happen. And Wickmill is closing the line, which is perfectly allowed, because that corner you can't go side by side, because it's very impossible to go. As Alfonso has to wait for another minute to get past the Renault driver, and this is very interesting fight. This is going to be very interesting to watch how Alfonso Gomez is going to tangle with Wickmill and Amadi. And we still have, we might still have a first Finnish driver who's able to win the Grand Prix. I don't know about the penalties, and I do not want to know about the penalties, but Napla can be the first Finnish driver to win in EFL. As Alfonso gets another 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. As after the race we're going to have podium interviews, so stick around for those, and of course the winning drivers' national anthems and winning constructors' national anthems. As Ayrton Senna has left from the session, so he was retired all along, but he was staying, and now he has left from the session. And now Alfonso Gomez really wants to make gains and get past of these 2 Renault drivers who are holding him up. As I'm trying to find from the TV pod view how to watch this, but Now this corner again. This corner again. Is Alfonso Gomez gonna make it happen or not? As Amadi is losing a lot of time to Napla and New Zealand Cam at the moment. As Alfonso's diving up the inside of Wickmill, and he's gonna make the maneuver happen. Yes, he is, and that was a beautiful overtake. But Wickmill is diving up the inside, and he's not giving in. They're going side by side in the hotel hairpin, and it looks like Wickmill had to give up the position, and that's P4 for Alfonso Gomez. That is P4 for Alfonso Gomez, but yellows in sector 1, sector 2. What has happened? Yellows in sector 1 and sector 2. What on earth is happening? I'm not sure. Maybe that was the Wickmill Alfonso Gomez situation. But remember, Wickmill gets a 3-second penalty, and so does Body Dweller for corner cutting. And Alfonso Gomez, I have to say, he's overtaking very aggressively, but that's how you have to do in these Monaco races. You have to take your place and make the overtake happen. And he's going to overtake around the inside of Sandevod or not. We'll see what is Amadi going to defend the inside line, because this is the corner where Alfonso Gomez likes to overtake the cars. Can I see from the camera angle, Codemasters, please? As now Alfonso Gomez is really trying to get past of Amadi, and he's going to dive up the inside or not? Yes, he is. He's diving up the inside. He's showing his car, but Amadi is closing the line, and that's allowed Wickmill to catch up back to Alfonso Gomez. And they're basically pushing him towards the corners, and this is a great fight to watch, actually, between Amadi, Alfonso Gomez and Wickmill 11. But Alfonso Gomez has shown that you can overtake in Monaco. You can, you're very aggressive overtaker, but still you can overtake in Monaco, and he's going to dive up the inside or not. As New Zealand Cam got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, so he has a penalty. We know that he has a penalty at the moment. So if Napla can stay out of the penalties, he will win this Grand Prix if Alfonso Gomez can't get past of Amadi. And longer he stays behind him, the bigger chances there are for crashes and stuff like that. Spear Hansen is spinning, and that's going to promote Edu and Baza to P9 and P8. And is Alfonso Gomez going to dive up the inside of Sandevod? No, he's not. He's not going the inside of Sandevod. But let's see, is he going to try to overtake in corner 3, corner 4 like he used to do in previous laps? And this is the only battle what is going on in the track at the moment. 11 laps remaining, and look at the pace difference Alfonso Gomez has to the Renault driver. He's basically pushing him towards the corners, but Amadi is placing his car very smartly, and and that's is that overtake done by Alfonso Gomez? He's going side by side, and now Amadi got the maneuver done, and they've crashed with each other, and Wickmill is going to take in position. Oh my god, that was a beautiful fight. That was a beautiful 3-wide to the hotel hairpin, and Wickmill has promoted himself to P3, and they're going side by side in the tunnel. Maybe they're gonna go 3-wide. I can't believe this is happening. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna have the bigger cojones? Who's gonna come in one piece of this corner? And it looks like Alfonso Gomez got past of Amadi. He got past of Amadi, but I do believe this is not healthy fighting. This is not healthy fighting at all. They're losing massively to Napla and New Zealand Cam. They're losing massively to New Zealand Cam, and Alfonso Gomez is very frustrated. He tries to get past of Wickmill and Amadi, but it's no good, it's no good. Alfonso Gomez has been very frustrated as Pierre Hansen gets a 3-second time penalty, but you've seen Alfonso's overtakes. What do you think? What do you think? Is that out of the line, or who is to blame? But luckily we have stewards for that, and oh my god, he's going side by side, and you hate to see that happening. You hate to see that happening. I hope Alfonso is not gonna try some kind of vengeance because of that. They go side by side with each other, and he's gonna try to overtake around the outside, but he doesn't have the room. He doesn't have the room, but and they've stuck. They've stuck, and that's gonna promote Amadi and Semi Larrikin to P3 and P4, and Alfonso Gomez and Wickmill have done very foolishly, and that's allowed. I don't know. Stewards have to look into that, but that's allowed Napla and New Zealand Cam to be fighting for the win. Napla and New Zealand Cam. I don't want to know who has more penalties than other, but we might have a first Finnish driver winning the race, and we might have New Zealand Cam first British driver to win the race this season. I believe the Toxic Tomato was from Wales, so we haven't had a British person winning in EFL at this stage. Mr. Coronavirus dim in from Alfonso, Wickmill or Amadi. For Mercedes or two Renault drivers, as Amadi is pitting. Amade is pitting and changing his front wing. Sami Lavikan has been promoted to P3 position because of that. The Ferrari driver who, as Alfonso Gomez is getting past of Wickmill, and I probably think stewards are gonna investigate that situation, but we have 9 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. Now we're gonna see, and now, Napoli is only 3 tenths behind of New Zealand Cam. New Zealand Cam is really struggling, but Napoli, if you're listening to the stream, New Zealand Cam has 2 3-second penalties. He has 2 3-second penalties, so if you don't have any penalties, don't try the maneuver, just stay behind him if you want to win this race. That's just a motivational speech for Napoli, because as you all know, he's a good friend of mine, but I said I don't have any favorites and unbiased commentary, but still it's very good to see. Also, New Zealand Cam is one of my friends also, so but Finnish winning in the EFL, that would be something I would like to see, because in deep down in mind I'm Finnish, and he's gonna double the inside. No, it's not his wedding, he's not doing that. I'm very nervous actually, and Alfonso move up line, Hill trying the inside was too aggressive. I agree on that. He's our championship leader, and Wickmill is spitting and serving his stop and go, and Amade has retired from the session out of frustration, I believe. But what a Grand Prix we've had here today. Where did he retire? And Wickmill is gonna probably come out in P6 position. And is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? We have 8 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. Well, no, did he retire? Did he retire in pits or not? As we have only 9 drivers remaining in this session. I wanna see whether he retired. Did he make a mistake or did he retire in the pits? We're gonna see. Oh, okay, he made a mistake in that corner section. As Pierre Hansen, he's gonna game because of this, and so is Sedu. He will get 2 points for the Indian driver. As okay, Napoli is now very close to New Zealand Cam. Sami Lavikan is 6 seconds behind them, so he's catching them also, and so is Alfonso Gomez. So Pierre Hansen is getting lapped very shortly, very soon. Still the fight between P1 and P2. I don't see how many penalties Napoli. I remember that New Zealand Cam did have 2 3-second penalties and or stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. You can write to the comment section who is your draw of the day, or you get to vote for it in our site in EFL Twitter, as I'm gonna share the link to most of the drivers, to most of the fans in Twitter. So as we still have over 7 laps remaining in this Grand Prix, and now I know Alfonso Gomez, the stewards need to watch into those incidents, so please don't fight in the chat or anything, but it's racing, it happens. Just live and try your better next time. And Monaco is maybe not the best track to measure somebody's clean driver mentality, so stuff like that. It's of course not ideal. Still Napoli is getting a deal open from New Zealand Cam. Sami Lavikan is P3, he's catching all the time towards Napoli and Alfonso Gomez, so and so is Alfonso Gomez is catching towards Sami Lavikan. As Body Dweller is in P5, Wickmill is in P6, Baza is in P7, P. Hansen is P8, Edu is in P9, so what a Grand Prix we've had actually. That's been a very, very interesting race we've had here today. But that's Monaco for you. It's gonna bring action, and I was thinking about putting simulation damage, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna put simulation damage. But Wickmill says the fastest lap of 1:11 and flat. But I was thinking of putting simulation damage, but then I was like, no, I'm not gonna put it, or else nobody's gonna finish the race. It's now on full, so yeah. As we have 6 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. Sami Lavikan is only 4.2 seconds behind of Napoli and New Zealand Cam. Alfonso Gomez only 1.7 seconds behind of them. Napoli is doing 21 laps with his set of tyres. 6 laps remaining. Napoli is P2 in the championship. Can win his first race in EFL. He said he had a little bit of back problems in this race, but He's just staying behind, he's just staying behind. I don't know, 5 laps remaining in this Grand Prix, 3.6 seconds between Semi Lavican and Napla and New Zealand Cam. Anybody can win this race, anybody can win this race. Oh my goodness me, this will be a very interesting ending to this Grand Prix, I must say. Between these 4 drivers, this is what we want to see. 4 drivers fighting to the end for the win. Semi Lavican is in P3 with 3 seconds behind of Napla, so Semi Lavican's pace is amazing, so you can't charge him off of the fight either. So if he can get to the fight, he might as well be joining it. As we have a new comment coming here today. Come on Cam, somebody's voting come on Cam, so we have a Cam supporter here, that's a good thing. Yeah, great thing to see, Cam supporters. No, I don't know, I just can't commentate this. So interesting, and Cam has made a mistake, Cam has made a big mistake. And that's gonna help Napla, maybe getting past of New Zealand Cam. He's gonna dive up the inside of Sandoval or not. Now he has the opportunity, best chance of his race to make the maneuver happen, and he's not making it happen. He's not making it happen. As Alfonso Gomez probably made a big mistake. He's our championship leader, but we'll see what's gonna happen. And Napla is just pressurizing New Zealand Cam for that win. He's been the whole race behind of New Zealand Cam. But it's very hard to overtake in Monaco, so we'll see who's gonna win this race and who is gonna be in the silver medals, who is gonna be champagning and who will be campaigning to Canada, because the winner of Monaco will be partying their asses off after this race. With high stakes, womanizing, partying, gambling, stuff like that. You will party all night long, baby. And in the bed also. Thank you very much, Elvis Presley. But yeah, it's lap 35 out of lap 39, 4 laps remaining this Grand Prix, as Semi Lavican is only 2.3 seconds behind of them, 2.4 seconds behind is Alfonso Gomez, as, oh my goodness me, people are still watching this race. This is very interesting. We still have 3 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. New Zealand Cam has done it well, he's done it very well, and props to him, he's been able to keep his lead, keep under his nerves, and he's not gonna dive up the inside. No, he is not. He is not diving up the inside, and 3 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. As Semi Lavican is catching them up massively, but they've done over 20 laps with this medium tire, so hope that they won't get a punctures or anything. Or if New Zealand Cam makes a mistake, then Napla is gonna compromise because of that. As New Zealand Cam's ERS is almost finished, 20% left only. And compared to Napla's 78%, so as Napla really has to lift off to not getting overtaken by New Zealand Cam. And Semi Lavican is only 1.9 seconds behind, 1.4 seconds, so he'll be joining this party. Is he gonna do 2 for 1 deal or not? As we will have 2 laps remaining in this Grand Prix after this. 9 drivers, 9 bloody drivers in this race. We have a new comment saying Alfonso needs to calm, don't need to push everyone out of the way. Yeah, that's probably because he's championship leader, he's not used to side-by-side situations and Monaco. And so, but we'll see, that's why we have stewards. That's why we have stewards in this race. In this league, I mean. Not in the, also in this race, but also in the league. And now, Napla has the best opportunity to make the overtake happen, and he's gonna make it happen on the inside. No, he's not, he's staying behind. He's staying behind. As Semi Lavican is a little bit lost time now. It's very easy to catch up, but also very easy to lose the time because of this, as Semi Lavican is getting past of Body Dweller, and he's shaking and baking his car like me in basketball and wanting make that ass shake. 2 laps remaining in this Grand Prix, lap 37 out of lap 39. We might have a first British winner, or we might have a first Finnish winner in EFL. That would do majors for the Napla's championship hopes in EFL. He might take his first win in EFL, but so does New Zealand Cam. He finished P3 in Australia. He finished P2 in Bahrain. I mean, he finished P2 in Australia, and then he finished P4 in Bahrain, and he might take P1 in Monaco, P2 in Monaco, but we'll see what the time penalties are going to tell in the end. But now, Alfonso Gomez is only 5 tenths behind of Semi Lavican, and we know when Alfonso Gomez is behind somebody, then it's not good. You better be out of your way. As Napla, everyone basically gets a 3-second penalty, and Napla is getting the DRS open, but in my screen, yeah, he's not even opening the DRS, but yeah, he's staying behind, and Now Alfonso Gomez is staying behind of Semi-Lavican. He can't get that gap close enough to Semi-Lavican. Red Bull leading in Monaco seems like kind of familiar to me. Red Bull has always been a good track in Monaco, even though we have equal cars. It's still always a good track for Monaco, and New Zealand Cam is about to start his last lap in the next lap. And we'll see who is going to win this Grand Prix. And now Semi-Lavican is only 1.1 seconds behind of Napla, and then 7 tenths behind is Alfonso Gomez. And we know how frustrated Alfonso has been in this Grand Prix. We'll see who will win. Can Semi-Lavican make it close enough to Napla or close enough to New Zealand Cam? Who will win the race? Find that out in the EFL next lap. Man, I should be a promoter of this league or something. Oh wait, I am promoter, but promoter of some other leagues or something. But lap 38 out of lap 39, we have 4-car race, 4 cars running, 4 gladiators fighting for the wins. And it's one big DRS train after another. Semi-Lavican gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And New Zealand Cam has made a mistake. And he almost blocked Naplo so wide. And I believe New Zealand Cam stars are starting to go. Is Semi-Lavican trying to dive up the inside of Naplo or not? Because they will have to do something in this race as Edu is about to get lapped. I hope it's not gonna affect any kind of chain reactions because of this. And it looks like it's gonna be settled between 4 drivers here today of New Zealand Cam, Napla and Semi-Lavican, or Alfonso Gomez. Is anybody gonna try any tomfoolery in a hotel hairpin or not? As we have only a couple corners remaining in this race, as Alfonso Gomez gets another 3-second time penalty. So I believe that's 9 or 12 seconds for him, but we don't know how anybody else has been reacting towards the time penalties. As Napla might dive the inside. Ooh, and there's a lap car of Edu coming in the way and forcing some drivers to corner cut. Eric Buffer on the mic. Eric Buffer is on the mic. He is very excited as we are coming towards the last corners, and it looks like New Zealand Cam will win, but we'll see what the time penalties are going to say. It's going to be Napla, it's going to be New Zealand Cam or not, as Alfonso Gomez is diving up the inside, and he will get P3 maybe from American. They're going side by side with each other. They're banging wheels, but who's going to win? It's going to be Napla, it's going to be New Zealand Cam. Napla wins! Napla voitto! Napla wins the race! New Zealand Cam in P2, Alfonso Gomez in P3. First finish winner in the EFL. Napla 8-5 wins the Monaco Grand Prix with the Williams car. Napla on voittanut tämän osakilpailun. Loistavaa! Hyvä Suomi! Hyvä Suomi! Amazing Finland. Amazing Finland. Finland has finally did it. Napla has won the Grand Prix. First Grand Prix win for Napla in EFL. Just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Congratulations, mate. New Zealand Cam finishes in P2 over 8 seconds behind of Napla. Alfonso Gomez P3. Stuff like that. But Jesus Christ, what a race we had here today. I congratulate Napla sincerely from dearest point of my heart. As New Zealand Cam is disappointed as I'm dividing. Well done, Napla. And here's your podium. First Finnish winner in EFL. That's just something amazing. Napla wins the first Grand Prix and catches Alfonso by 10 points in the championship. As he will be champagning and campaigning after this race. Spraying the champagne as we're going to hear the podium interviews with Napla, New Zealand Cam and Alfonso Gomez. Oh my god, that was unbelievable race. I would rate that 10 out of 10. What a crazy Grand Prix we had here today. Alfonso Gomez, who was able to finish in the podium after everything, but we'll see what's gonna happen. Mr. Konova is saying, well done from the top 2, yeah, okay. Yeah, Napla wins, New Zealand Cam P2, Alfonso Gomez P3, American P4, Wickmel P5, Body P6, Hansen P7, Baza P8, Edu P9, and rest of retirements. As I'm quickly gonna save the clip, and I'm gonna get Napla, New Zealand Cam, and Alfonso Gomez for the podium interviews. We're going to take screenshots. We're going to get podium interviews of Napla, New Zealand Cam, Alfonso Gomez, and we're going to ask Alfonso Gomez a lot of questions from his trenches, overtaking maneuvers, and we're going to invite the top 3 for the party. And Jesus, man, that was amazing to see a Finnish driver winning in the EFL. Napla, driver who, in my opinion, deserves to win. All the best for him, and New Zealand Cam, we invite him, and then we invite the championship leader, Alfonso Gomez, to the interviews. But that was something else. That was one hectic Grand Prix we've seen here today. Like, I'm still on goosebumps. We might have some incidents or something with the steward's office, but I don't care. That was a race any viewer would enjoy. And I was in a goosebumps when I watched this race. But now we have a first driver from the top 3 joining us here today, as we are gonna wait for Napola on 8-5 and Alfonso Gomez to come to the party, and then we're gonna start our interviews very shortly. We'll give them 30 seconds or 40 seconds, then we're gonna, well, go towards, as we have Alfonso Gomez who's joined to the party, and now we're waiting for Napola 185 to join to the party, and we're gonna wait for him to come, and then we're gonna start this thing. So one moment, guys. At this moment, make sure your voice sharing is on. Do you have voice sharing on?
Yeah.
Good. I'm just gonna one more invite to Napola, or then we're gonna start from P3 and P3 if he's not gonna come, but Napola is in, so Napola, do you have voice sharing on? Do you have voice sharing on?
Oh, where the hell I know?
You can check party settings and stuff like that.
Yeah, shout that.
Napola, first Finnish driver to win in EFL. You qualified, I believe, in the 6th or 7th position. Maybe 3 or 4 safety cars, 4 or 5 VSCs. I lost my temper when you crossed the line. You're the first bloody Finnish driver to win in EFL. How do you feel at the moment?
I win just one practice race before, so it's not my first one here, but still. Well.
But how does it feel with your P2 in the championship? And you said to me before the race that you might miss this Grand Prix. A moment, I'm actually putting the voices on. You said to me before the race that your back is broken, you can't race, but you came here, your back was broken, you still won a Grand Prix. How do you feel? Describe the feeling of euphoria winning your first race. Just describe it for the viewers.
Yeah, it's not broken, but it's a very bad condition, and I can't sit like at all. I'm standing at the moment. So it's painful, but thanks to Cam, my dear mate, the pace was very good to drive, so I didn't need to sweat it today so much. So yeah, it was a decent race. Stay out of the trouble. I did one stupid mistake. I hit the wall on 7 laps to go to the end. No can do. Yeah, it's racing.
And you're in a championship fight between Alfonso, and your gap went from 30 points, I think, to 20 points in this race. And of course, we don't know what the stewards incidents are going to do, but how does it feel now? You won your Grand Prix, you finished 3 times in podium, and you're challenging now for the championship. So, what are your thoughts about that?
20 points is still too much, but I'm more than happy to win one race and go one race at a time. No need to think about after 6 races about the championship. It's way too early. Anything can happen in life, and you never know.
You don't know. Well, now we're gonna come to you a little bit later on, but New Zealand Cam, very great race from you. You were leading almost the whole race after that safety car incident. We were just talking, is it going to be the first win for New Zealand Cam, the first British driver to win, or first Finnish driver, but did you know about Napola and your penalties? Did you know this?
Yeah.
You knew?
I knew. I didn't know what Alfonso had. Like the last lap, part of me was tempted to let him go by just so I could double check Alfonso, but yeah, nah, like, for a real note, screw the interview for a minute. Nap, well done, man. I wouldn't have won a loss to a better guy, mate. Congrats.
Thanks.
Well, yeah, you finished 3rd time in the podium. You had a great start in Australia, finishing P2, and now in Monaco you're getting back to the form of Australia, again finishing in the podium. So I believe this will give you some self-confidence going towards the season on.
Well, I'm not Magnussen anymore.
You're not Magnussen anymore, that's for sure. And your wins are gonna come. You keep this up and you're gonna win. Congratulations for P2. And Alfonso, championship leader. We saw some great overtakes from you in corner 3 and corner 4 from multiple cars, but could you describe us what happened between the 2 Renault drivers and with Sami Larrican?
Yeah, well, with Amadi, I must apologize because I saw a gap where it hadn't to be, and I put him off. But with similar icon, he just I don't know what to say now. The verb. I just tried to overtake because he had the door open, and when he saw me, he just turned into me, and he tried to keep the line by the outside, where in the last corner it's a really big wall. So he got space, and we got touched and all stuff. So.
But you're the championship leader. Your gap goes down. This wasn't the best race for you, but you still finished in a podium. So how confident you still are in your championship chances when the season goes on? Are you still thinking about championship chances? Because, like Napoli said, it's so early still in the season.
Yeah, it is. It's 21 races. We are going to finish up 7th. So I'm trying to get up much points and having much fun as I can. It's the first Monaco Grand Prix that I take really serious. Let's talk like that, because I always think, okay, Monaco, it's gonna be 0, so I had to recover. But when I saw the last safety car, I said, okay, for the championship I need to go up. Napoli is first, he hasn't got penalties, so I had to come back.
Alright, congrats for the top 3, and now if drivers and viewers could take your hats off and listen, winner drivers and winner constructors national anthem, so the national anthems of Finland and Great Britain of United Kingdom. And those are the national anthems of Finland and United Kingdom's God Save the Queen. Congrats for the top 3 of Napoli 185, New Zealand Cam and Alfonso Gomez. I was your owner, commentator of the night, Eric Salama, and this was EFL round 6 and probably the greatest Grand Prix we've had here in EFL. And for all the viewers, wherever you are in the world, good night, good day, good morning, and I'll see you again next week. We're gonna race in Canada, and I'll see you again next week. Ciao, ciao. Alright, that was